If ever you get a chance to visit the oldest city in the United States, that being St. Augustine, Florida, make sure you include your original Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Robert Ripley, if you haven't guessed by now, was one curious man who made it a personal challenge to search for the unusual people and unusual artifacts. In Ripley's St. Augustine Museum, artifacts include an Etruscan helmet. Where else could you find Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, done entirely out of pecan shells? Or a clock created with the help of thousands of clothespins? And my good friend Walter Hudson from New York here once weighed 1,400 pounds, believe it or not. I don't know about you, Walter, but I'm hungry for a burger. Let's go. This picture of old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, the man who had hit songs in 7 decades, made from color crayons. Robert Ripley traveled to over 200 countries to find the likes of J.T. Saylor, who could swallow his nose. Oh, nose. Or this guy, who was a real eye popper. Or this dog, whose bite was worse than his bark. Or this motorcycle, made entirely out of bones. I'm told from some guy named Harley. And my good friend Buddy Blackburn from South Africa here made dentures out of crocodile teeth. Really, Buddy? Ouch, that hurts. Ripley was indeed the man who saw it all and the man who did it all. He was a movie star, a TV and radio star, a collector, explorer, cartoonist, you name it. And here's a house with a kitchen, the dinette, the bedroom, everything. Len Moore decided he'd take a redwood tree, chisel it out, took him 4 months to do that, took him a year to build this. It's out of one giant redwood tree, believe it or not. And here's another fun fact on redwood trees. Did you know that they're the tallest living thing on Earth? This tree was 1,900 years old when it was cut. And remember, only you can prevent forest fires. People come in all kinds of sizes and shapes. The tallest man in medical history is Robert Wadlow of Alton, Illinois. Robert was just under 9 feet tall at 8 feet 11 inches. Wow, and the world's largest erector set. It's a Ferris wheel. Took 1,239 hours to build this baby. The Ferris wheel stands 21 feet high, contains over 19,000 pieces and over 50,000 nuts and bolts. It's the world's largest moving erector set piece, believe it or not. And believe it or not, a dress created entirely from coffee filters. Sounds to me like grounds for divorce. This rabbit is proof that 2 heads are better than none. As with Mike the Headless Chicken. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Meet the $1 Million Man, made entirely out of $100 bills. It turns out that not all were legitimate. P.T. Barnum's world-famous Fiji mermaid turned out to be the biggest hoax of them all. Turns out the head was that of a monkey and the body was that of a fish. Very fishy. It's a must stop and see if ever you visit the nation's oldest city, St. Augustine, Florida. It's the original museum of Ripley's Believe It or Not, paying tribute to Robert Ripley, the man who could have kept the U.S. Postal Service in business. He received more mail than anyone in his lifetime. R.J. Fritz out and about for Life to the Max, St. Augustine, Florida.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.